good morning, or actually good afternoon. It's Monday, June 22nd, and sorry we started a little late. We had a little technical difficulties, but I think we're on track right now. Just wanted to check in with everyone today and see how everyone was doing. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It was a beautiful day yesterday on Father's Day, nice weather. Hope you all got out and enjoyed your families. This week, our community, our tri-state area is actually celebrating. We're going into the green phase of the coronavirus, so it's very exciting for a lot of people out there. Reopening their businesses, salons, and so forth will be opening. So great times for everybody. So that's going to happen Friday, the 26th, and I just feel personally that it's great that we're going into the green, but everyone still needs to be cautious. Everyone still needs to wash their hands. Wear the masks. Please, people, wear masks. I'm not seeing that. Wear a mask and just be cautious, and especially for people that you don't know. Advise your children to do the same thing. And do some social distancing as well. Just keep up with that, and that way we could all stay healthy and get through this, and hopefully the vaccine will come out sooner than later, and we could, try to live a little bit of a normal life. But for now, there is a new norm out there. Just wanted to give you an update. On Wednesday, I'm going to be talking to you, sending out my blog on J&T Commercial Service Cleaning. A lot of companies out there that are opening up might want to read that. Great stuff from them. So stay tuned for that. And today, I told you I was going to share with you my recipe for my sauce. I call it gravy, but you can call it whatever you want. And my meatballs. So I learned my cooking and baking, from my mom and from my aunts. And I try and use a little bit of their techniques, a little bit of their tricks, and make everything my own. So I think it's important that you try to make everything your own, because you are your own person. So we in the past have always made tomatoes in August. We went to go pick them in Jersey and actually went through the process and strained the tomatoes and made tomato jars. But these past few years we haven't been able to do that, and the best substitute out there, because I've asked a lot of my Italian friends, Tutti Rossi crushed tomatoes. They have a little bit of basil on it, but of course you're adding your own ingredients to make it your own, and this tastes awesome. So I highly recommend that you use this if you don't have the original jar. Due to time, I didn't want to be here for 2 hours making my sauce, because that's how long it takes, at least 2 to 3 hours to make the sauce by the time you make the meatballs and everything. So I just wanted to go through the ingredients that I use, and I will be sharing my recipe online, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. So primarily for the sauce, all we're doing, this is my little card here. For the sauce, you just have to add about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, as well as 1 to 2 chopped garlics. I use the minced garlics, it's just easier. And I use that, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of this in there. It's all about the garlic and the olive oil, I think, personally. Then after that, you just let it saute a little bit. Don't make them be too brown, the garlic. And then after that, you just add the cans or jars of the tomatoes. If you want your tomato sauce to be thicker, just use this, okay? Just use the crushed tomatoes. But if you want to make it a little bit watery, maybe add a half a cup of, or half a container of water to each of these to make it a little bit less. But if you want it thicker, I would just let it stay like this. And I usually make 4 at a time, so I have batches. So I'll make some, like say this Sunday, and then have the rest in the freezer for another time. So then you will add this into the oil and the garlic. Then I add my seasonings. Now, a lot of times you don't have the fresh seasonings available. There's nothing wrong with parsley, you know, the flakes, parsley flakes, as well as onion, minced onion, and of course the oregano. And a little bit of salt and pepper. Everybody does whatever they want with the salt and pepper. So you will have to stir this after you add all of your seasonings. Stir it and stir it until let it stir and cook for an hour. That's the trick. In the meantime, while that's cooking an hour, you go and make your meat for the sauce part of it. So I today have beef, pork, and veal meat. Sometimes people just use beef, but my Aunt Angie always used the beef, pork, and veal. And if you really want to impress somebody, this is the way to go. So I do 2 pounds at a time. That makes about 24 meatballs. So I do 2 pounds of this, and then I add breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, and then garlic powder. Always have garlic powder, and 2 eggs. That's my meatballs. Simple. Not that many ingredients. Simple is better. So I usually bake them in the oven. So I go ahead, make that while that's cooking, while the gravy's cooking for an hour. Make them, by the time these are ready, they're ready to put in your sauce. So then you start and put these in there for the second hour. And then they cook for another hour. That's the big thing about it. You have to make your sauce cook. That way it tastes really good. So I let my sauce cook for about 2 to 3 hours. That's why it takes so long. And of course, the meat, you don't just have to do meatballs. You could do, you could also do sausage with it. So mix the sausage and meatballs with it. Or, you know, be creative and do other things as well. Put beef in there, or whatever you want to do. But that's how I do my my gravy. It takes about 3 hours, so that's why I didn't want to have it online here. But I will be posting it on down below here, so feel free to reach out to me with any questions. And I'm glad we're all going in the green. Hopefully things will come back, and you know, we'll get into the new normal. And if you guys have any questions or anything I can help you with as far as MCA Consulting is concerned, with getting back, you know, into business, please feel free to reach out to me. Looking forward to working with all of you again soon. Take care. Have a great day.